Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna do a second review video on my Chanel 22 bag after releasing my first video. So make sure that you go watch it if you haven't. So today I'll do a more deep dive between the small and the medium size of the 22 handbag. So I'm also briefly gonna mention the large size as well, just in case. Today I will review the following aspects, including aesthetic, what fits, the weight, the price, as well as the colors. So make sure that you stay tuned until the very end of the video to hear about my final thoughts. And hopefully it's gonna help you design. So don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like. Let's get started and talk about the aesthetic first. The 22 bag is supposed to be slouchy, lazy, and in my opinion, a little bit carefree, edgy, and rock and roll. I actually think it's a little bit elegant as well if you carry it in the right way and if you have the right outfit. Between the small and the medium size, I definitely think that they looked pretty much the same instead of the athletics, because they still look that sort of look that the 22 bag should have because they're in the same line anyway. However, I do think that the small and the medium size both have the same length for the chain, and because for the small size, it is a few centimeters shorter and narrower. So I feel like the chain looks longer. It's not because the chains are longer, but because the back body is smaller, and so the chains look longer due to a smaller back body. Whereas for the medium size, I definitely think this is the perfect proportion of the 22 bag. I want to talk a bit about this large size. Unless you're very tall, like more than 170 centimeters, or if you're a guy, then this is perfect for you. However, for an average body frame, I would say both the small and the medium size would fit you. So if you're petite ladies, I wouldn't worry too much about having the medium size because I'm 5'1" and it fits me perfectly. Now let's get into what fits inside. I did my previous video regarding the sizing of the bag and what fits. So if you're interested, please look at it in the YouTube link down below. Anyways, so it fits my laptop, right? And all my gym essentials for my medium size Chanel 22 bag. And for the small size, there's another YouTuber who also shows that the small size fits also the laptop as well. However, when you close the magnet button, it just looks like the bag becomes completely flat, which kind of losing that slouchiness. So it is definitely not as slouchy as it should be. So the medium size will give you more room to fit in and still maintain that sort of slouchiness and edginess of the bag. For the large size, it can fit the most, however, because it's also more heavy when you put more things inside. So I might pretty much be worried about the edge getting rubbed with the chains too much and make it worn out pretty easily. So it is not for all the body frame for the large size. So basically, if you want to fit a lot, for example, you have your full gym gear, you have your, for example, your gym shoes, your gym clothes, and your water bottle, the medium size will fit perfectly. If you want to put your laptop, the medium size is also better because it allows you more room to close the magnet button without losing that slouchiness of the bag. To conclude what fits inside, definitely both small and medium can fit your laptop inside, but medium size is a bit more roomy after putting a laptop. And for full gym gear, definitely medium size is much better than small size. Next, I want to talk about the weight of the bag. I just weighed my 22 bag in medium size and it weighs 700 grams, okay? So that's the medium size. So the bag itself is not that heavy compared to other bag. For example, I tried the DeVoe tote in leather in the large size at the store before, and it is super heavy. I have no idea how much it weighs, but it is just super heavy, okay? So the 22 bag itself is not that heavy. So what makes it heavy is actually what you put inside the 22 bag, because the 22 bag can fit so much inside. So whatever you put inside is going to be a direct impact for the bag. So make sure that you don't stuff too many heavy things inside. Otherwise, it's gonna make your bag super heavy, especially it is a shoulder bag. So your shoulder will carry all the weight. So be very mindful. You can put bulky things inside, but light stuff instead of bulky and heavy stuff. Otherwise, it's gonna be putting too much pressure for the chains, and it's gonna make the chains worn out pretty easily, and it's gonna hurt your shoulders. Therefore, regarding the weight factor of the bag, definitely this is not a heavy bag in itself. Now let's talk about the price. So for the 22 bag, the small size, it starts at $5,100 US. For the medium size, it is $200 US more, or 4% more. I'm just going to show the large size price here for reference. The large size costs 14% more than the small size. So definitely between the small and the medium size, the price difference is not that much, to be honest. So for me, in terms of value for money, I would definitely go for the medium size just because there's not much difference for the price, and it just gives me more room to fit more things inside for the medium size. So why wouldn't I go for the medium size, right? The other thing I want to talk about is quite a lot of Chanel lovers compare the 22 bag price to other handbags price, like the classic flat bag or, the 255. However, I just think they're not even in the same style, right? So why would you compare a 22 bag, which is a tote bag, to a classic flat bag, which is a flat bag? The flat bags in itself, it's not meant to be a large size bag that fits all of your essentials anyway. And the other thing I want to mention is the default tote bag, which a lot of people are comparing the 22 bag with. Actually, it's not cheap. I mean, I'm not talking about the canvas version. There's no point to compare the 22 leather bag with the default canvas bag. I'm talking really about the leather size, the leather default tote, right? The default tote in large size costs $6,600, which is way more expensive than the largest size of the Chanel 22 bag. So in terms of price, I would say go for the medium between the small and the medium size, definitely. The last element is the color. So with the same size here, in this photo, they are both in medium size. However, the white color does look bigger than the black color, okay? Just visually, it looks bigger because it is lighter. Just like the same when you wear white sneakers or white color clothing, it just makes you look a bit more bulky. You know what I mean? So definitely take into account if the visual impact of the white color does concern you, you might want to go for a smaller size in case you don't want to look too bulky, all right? However, that doesn't really bother me at all. So for this season, in the 22S Spring Summer collection, there is a few colors such as black, white, navy, pink, and purple. And what is so exciting is the next season, which is a 22A season, there's a bunch of new colors here, including the famous caramel color MB356. There's also pink, burgundy, yellow, green, also a bunch of metallic colors like silver and copper. So stay tuned for the next season, definitely. Anyways, for the white color one, make sure that you will take into account the visual impact of its looking bulkier if this is what you care about. It is also easier to get color transfer as well, and also get dirty if you get a white color one. So please take into account as well. So I would definitely go for the black color for my first 22 bag, or even my first Chanel bag. Here's my final thoughts on the bag regarding the small or the medium size, if you're considering. So in terms of the aesthetic, the small and the medium size are both slouchy, lazy, and edgy. Regarding really the look and feel, I wouldn't say there's much more difference because the medium size is just a few centimeters taller and wider than the small size. However, though, when it comes to what fits inside, the medium size, because it holds more things, so when you put a lot of things inside, it can still maintain that slouchiness. Whereas for the small size, it might feel a little bit overstuffed, or when you put a 13-inch laptop inside, the small size bag might look a bit too flat. You know what I mean? So I would say definitely go for the medium size to maintain that sort of slouchiness shape. And the medium size also has a better chain to back body ratio, in my opinion. So the 22 bag medium size is definitely the 22 bag size to go for. Regarding the price, the medium size is only 4% more than the small size. So for value for money, I would still go for the medium size because it fits more. Unless you really want to achieve that a bit more cute look or a bit more, a bit lighter look, then go for the small size. In terms of color, if you are worried that a lighter color will look too bulky for the same size of the 22 bag, then definitely go for the smaller size. For example, if you're looking for a white color bag, maybe a small size would look lighter and less bulky. But if you're looking for a dark color one, like the black one, then definitely I will go for the medium size. So all in all is that it also depends a lot on your lifestyle as well. If you really want to fit a lot of things like your full gym gear, or you want to use it for a proper mom bag, or you really want to travel a lot with this 22 bag, then probably the medium size and even the large size is better. However, Chanel is Chanel. Chanel is not supposed to be your everyday mom bag or gym bag, all right? So get a real gym bag or a real mom bag if you really want to get that functionality out of it. So Chanel bag is not meant for those purposes. However, I feel like this could be an additional bonus or additional functionality of a 22 bag. So if you want to achieve that, yes, go for a larger size, all right? So that you have more practicality. But just don't expect this to be really a mom bag or a gym bag per se, all right? And the thing is also, when you use it as a mom bag or a gym bag every day, you're going to fit so many things inside, then it would get too heavy, and I'm worried that it's going to hurt the edge of the bag on the top side. The chain's going to rub the edge of the bag too much that it might get worn out pretty easily. And also, when you put too many things inside, it's going to hurt your shoulders. Seriously, it's not going to be fun. So don't put too many things inside. Even though this is a tote bag and then you can put a lot in, but don't put too many things in, right? Leave some room to breathe and leave some room for your shoulders to rest as well. So I feel like the 22 bag is a balance of function and Chanel's signature design aesthetic. So I wouldn't say this is like a super functional bag, because the strap is still made of chain, and it could hurt your shoulders after you wear it for a long time. So please watch my other YouTube video on the review of the bag. You will know what I mean. But I do think that it is functional enough, because the calf skin just gives extra durability compared to the usual lamb skin. And I feel like that shiny coating on top of the calf skin just I feel so protective. I don't know what to say. It just feels so protective for some reason. And also, I love the bag because when you knit it, you can throw everything in without worrying whether it will fit or not, compared to, using a classic flat bag or a Chanel mini bag. You always need to, remove some stuff before you can fit in only the essential stuff, right? But for a 22 bag, even for the small size, you don't have to worry about it. So regarding the basic function of the day-to-day use, unless you really need to put a lot of stuff, otherwise both the small or the medium size would be good enough. It makes really no difference regarding this aspect. So I would say the 22 bag is really a light version of a tote bag. It's really true to the Chanel aesthetic and value. So it is an edgy Chanel bag that doesn't sacrifice practicality. So based on the size, the price, the weight, the color and everything, I would go for the medium size. Okay, that's just my opinion. I would go for the medium size for sure. So if the Chanel 22 bag is also your first 22 bag, go for the black color medium size. Or even this could be even your first Chanel bag as well. Finally, this is the summary of all the pros and cons I mentioned in my video just now. So I'm just comparing between the sizes here within the 22 bag. I'm not comparing between the 22 bag to other handbags, alright? If you want to know the pros and cons of the 22 bag itself, please watch my previous video. I'll put the link down below. For the small size, the pros is that it can fit a laptop and you can achieve a bit more cuter and elegant look compared to the bigger sizes. The small size is also suitable for petite body frame as well. For the cons, when you put the laptop inside the small size, it is not as slouchy as it should be. For the medium size, it can fit pretty much everything that you can put in a small size without sacrificing that slouchiness and that, the look of the 22 bag. It is carefree, it is lazy, and for me, it is the perfect 22 bag size for any body frames. There's basically no cons that I can think of, seriously, compared to other sizes. For the large size, unless you're super tall, don't go for it. Unless you really want that statement big bag look and you are really tall, then this is perfect. If you want to use it for a more proper travel and mom bag, use it as well, but it's not recommended to be a travel or a mom bag because Chanel is not supposed to be a day-to-day bag. It is supposed to be delicate. For the cons, for the large bag, it might be too big for day-to-day use, and when you put too many things inside, it might be prone to wear and tear. So that's it for my video today. I really hope it helps you make decision regarding, the small or the medium size or even the large size. But of course, this video, I really focus on the small and medium size because this is really the perfect sizes to go for Chanel 22 bag. And my favorite is definitely the medium size. Thank you for watching. If you like my channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. See you guys next time. Bye.